Hey, what's going on? Zero Day Jay. Hope all is well. It's Friday, April 12th. I almost said April 2nd. I wish it was April 2nd. Time's just flying. But it's April 12th. Market just closed. I'm in my Apex account. I'll show you how I did. I'll show you what the market did and where there were opportunities as far as I was able to see. I'll show you, and I'll show you a trade. I didn't lose money. I got a little bit of money, but I missed out on so much fucking money. And I'll show you that too. So this is my 53rd Apex Apex Trader funded account, number 53. Today's day one on that, but I managed to go up $211. So I did that mostly. Well, let me show you this before I go. Well, I don't even know where I started trading this, but anyway, this was a funny trade because what was happening. So you see this right here? I made $35 on this trade. I was already up 100. I was already up like $180 or $185 or whatever. So I was being a little conservative, but shit, this right here, these moves right here, all of this, the market, the market kept hitting its head on VWAP, on the NQs, the lower VWAP band. So that was this. Look at all these rejections. So this is the lower VWAP band. This orange line is the pivot point. That's what you see, like orange lines. Those are all pivot points. Blue is VWAP. Here's the opening range breakout. This is like the full day. That's why it's so tight, because the opening range when the market reopened for the overnight was real tight. It was only like, let's see, we went from like 79 to, it was like 20 points, not even 16 points. But anyway, I do extended hours on this view. So anyway, let me get back to this. Look at these rejections here. I'll show you more of what happened, but that we kept rejecting off of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before, and then it dumped before it finally popped over, like in the last hour, the last half hour of the day, the last 20 minutes of the day. It finally popped over, and we had a little pop to end the day. But so around one of these candles is when I when I got here. I think I don't remember what I did here, because I did trade some micros in here, but that was when I was already up. I don't remember. I'm not digging through it. So anyway, this was a funny one because I got in. This was a rejection off the lower VWAP band. It happened once here, a couple times, and then it dumped, right? Dumped from 93 to 43, a 50-point dump off of a lower VWAP band rejection. And that one was right. Which one was that? What time was that? I'm trying to find. Let's see here. That was at Hyde. That was at 150. So that was right here. No? Oh, that was right here. Look at that. So we dumped, and then we came back up. It literally hit it and rejected off hard and dumped 50 points. Then it came back up and went into the lower band, went up above the lower bands on the Qs, but on the NQs, you could see it didn't. It basically, it hit its head on it. And then, yeah, it's just wild how that happens. But I got $35 and missed out on I don't know if I would have got, obviously, I should have just held and I would have gotten another so I went from 84.75 to 83 for $35, and then it went to as low as 68 in this candle, and then dropped even lower to 66.50 in this candle before it bounced, hit its head again, and then from there it dumped from 84 to fucking 20. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I would have got all that, obviously, because you had this bounce here, a big bounce here, and then it rejected again. But I could have hit this for 10, 15 points twice, and I only got it for one and a quarter points. So it happens. I just got more faith. I was just a little, I'm a little finicky with my fund. I mean, I guess I could have helped traded with the minis instead, and give myself more room to let it play out. But I don't know. I was already up like $150 when that happened, or 180 or whatever. I finished at 211. So that's good. And then this is my 52nd one. Remember, I started this down. So I was yesterday was the first day. So I nuke an account yesterday, and then I start trading this one. I nuke a funded account, then I start trading this one, and I go down almost. I was actually lower. I finished the day just under 300. I was at what? I'm not divided minus. Yeah, I was at like negative 291 on day one of trading this, and then I'd made some good trades during the overnight because we were playing around. We were playing in the lower VWAP band. I mean, the VWAP, not the lower VWAP band, but it was like bouncing around between in the VWAP range. So between VWAP and the upper range and the upper band and the lower band, and I was just making trades according to that, and it worked out good. So I was already up. I don't even know, like 150 to $200, and then I made a couple more trades throughout the day. I don't know where they are. It's so hard to find them because I'm on the minute chart. Like here's one. I fucked this one up for, what was that? Minus 200. Then I got this one for 230. This isn't all of them, obviously. And then I got this one for 380 to the downside. I went in 4. I actually did that by accident. I thought it was in a different account, but whatever. It worked out. So that's how my day went. So looking awesome, feeling really good about my Apex accounts right now. I mean, it's day 1, day 2 for this one, and day 1 for the other one. But if I stick to my plan and I just trade, I mean, look at this. So now let me just show you what happened today. So, the market opens. Here's the opening range. Yada yada. Pops up over out of the orb, comes back in, goes to the bottom orb, drops out under it, comes back in, rejects over VWAP, and then from there, it rejects over VWAP and just dumps really low, starts coming back, hits its head on the pivot point, kind of rejects, but then pops over it, comes back and hits. That's why I like the pivot point too. The VWAP, pivot points, and the opening range breakout, the 15-minute orb, all awesome indicators. Because look what happened. It popped here. It bounced off of the pivot point after reject. So look what happened. It gets over the pivot point, comes back to the pivot point, bounces, hits the bottom orb, rejects the bottom orb, right? Actually popped. It worked into the orb, and I was actually trading my Take Profit Trader account here, and I kind of got fooled by it because I thought, oh shit, we're in the orb, we're gonna go long, and sure enough, it fell back out of it. Then couldn't get back to VWAP. It couldn't get over VWAP. Rejects, hits the fucking the pivot point again. It dumps to the pivot point and then bounces and goes back into the orb. So I'm thinking, wow, we're gonna run up through the orb. And I got played on it twice actually. And then I should have just waited, and I didn't. And then look what happened. It rejected again. So it couldn't get. It went in just the tip of the orb, right? And then it came back out and fell out and just dumped. Couldn't get back over VWAP and then dumped. Then it couldn't get back over the lower VWAP band, kept dumping, came back, tried coming back. This was actually a nice little run here, but hits the lower VWAP band again, dumps, comes back, gets into the lower VWAP band. But as if you remember, that's when all this started happening until towards the end of the day when it finally ran over it. I mean, this was a big run. I mean, we went from 20 was the low, 2075 or 2050, 120, and went from 120 to almost 200. I mean, that's a 77, 80 point run, and I didn't really get any of it. But I was perfectly fine with how my accounts were looking, so I didn't force any trades. And I was also live streaming, and I was messing with the platform to see how to get it to look good and work and all that stuff. So I was not really that focused on trading, and I didn't want to do anything stupid. So I was, once again, Apex worked out. Apex was good today. Both of my funded accounts. I didn't try to trade any evals. I just worked these 2 funded accounts. Maybe next week I'll try to get an eval, going, get it up over. But I'm perfectly fine with this right now, as long as I don't do anything stupid, and I stick to my plan and maintain my edge. And that's my edge, basically the orb, VWAP, and pivot points. And moving averages. As you can see, I don't have the moving averages on here because I removed them just for the ease of seeing. But certain moving averages, for on the 34, I mean on the 1 minute, the 34 MA is strong. I got the 34 SMA and the 34 EMA. The 34 SMA is this white line, and I just added the EMA, which is this like teal line. Those you'll see, and then you have the 9 right here, the 9 EMA. Those moving averages are really, there's always like rejections and bounces on those. So you just got to go with the trend. And then you got the 200, like, look at this 200, like it hits the 200, rejects, hits the 200 again, rejects. But these right here, that was a bad trade. Why did I do that? That was an awful trade. Well, it doesn't matter because I still, yeah. This account was a little bit up and down today. I was up and then I gave some of it away, or I think I was down a bunch and then I got it all back. I think that's how this one started today. But what time is this? So 11 something. Let me see what we were doing at 11 something. Oh, that was around here. That was the orb rejection. We popped into the orb, and I got fooled. I actually got fooled in this account too. And then I had to basically play catch up. So I thought we were gonna see. I played the orb rejection here, and I lost. And then I was like, okay, we're back. We're in the orb now. It's going to come to the bottom orb and then bounce off of it. And I got fucking played again. And that's how this funded account started. But yeah, a lot of cool, a lot of cool stuff that happened. And I'm glad I was able to show you some of that. Yeah, the orb, the 15-minute orb, VWAP, and pivot points I say are like must-add indicators. Obviously, you have your moving averages. Everybody, there's some standard moving averages, but a lot of people use different stuff. So whatever works for you. But I love all of those indicators. And when I play them, I mean, you could get fooled by them too. It happens, but most of the time, is a good indicator. Certain things are gonna happen around there, and as you learn more about them, you just gotta watch. Just watch and see how it plays out, and then start making some trades based on what you see, based on what you're learning. And if you're not sure, just trade some minis, a couple of minis just to get your feet wet trading those indicators. But anyway, thanks for watching. Give a like and a subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Thumbs up. My Apex link is in the description below. My coupon code is not custom yet. It's some mumble jumble numbers and letters, but it's in there. It's attached to my link actually, and it's actually written down out in the description. If you want to support the channel, that's how you can. Right now, it's the best way to support the channel is by signing up for Apex, getting another Apex eval, and using my coupon code. But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.